Hi, I'm Stavros. Good morning and welcome to another truck video. So I will be showing you all around this brand new DAF XF with 460 horsepower. So we'll have a look all around the outside first, then we'll have a look at all the interior features, and then we'll be getting hooked underneath a trailer and taking it for a test drive. You're going to enjoy this one, guys. Let's go. Okay, let's check out the exterior design of the DAF. Not too bad here from the front angle. A nice update to the DAF, which was introduced back in 2012 as an update to the DAF XF 105. So yeah, quite nice at the front. Now the headlamps there have a nice silver trim all around them, nice shape to them, and the fog lamps underneath, and our air deflectors there at either side to aid aerodynamics. So I'm just going to show you these fold out steps here. So these are very easy and very simple to fold out there and just clean your windscreen. Now the windscreen is narrow. We have 3 windscreen wipers there and also our air horns there on top. So I'll let you know what they sound like later on. And our sun visor and our blind spot mirror there. So yeah, that is very easy to climb up, and I have this already unlocked just to give you a look, and we have our coolant level, oil and our washer fluid. So very easy to check your fluids there in the morning time. And also there is no oil dipstick. So that is just an electronic gauge on the dashboard. So yeah, let's just close that up and clip it in. Very easy to do. And of course DAF stands for Doorns Aanhangwagen Fabriek. In case you're wondering what DAF stands for. Let's just fold them back in. Okay, and move around to the side. We have standard wheels there on the front. So 315/80, 22.5 inch rims. They may get changed to super singles in the future, who knows. Moving around to the rear, we have our full air deflector kit, just to aid aerodynamics and keeping your fuel costs more efficient, of course. And if I show you here as well, we have these little cameras here, so blind spot cameras, one on either side and also one on the windscreen, just to keep an eye on things. And over here we have a very nice tidy catwalk area. So this is all factory done, nicely finished. I do like that, and the way it's shaped out there in front. And also our Susies, a nice tidy hold area there, that plastic piece for holding all your Susies. Now we have a 90 litre AdBlue tank. You can get an optional 140 litre tank if you wish for that extra range with your AdBlue. Now we have a big fuel tank here on the passenger side and also a smaller one on the driver's side. So we've 845 litres here and 335 litres on the driver's side for a total capacity of 1180 litres of diesel, which should give you good long range on this XF. Moving around to the rear, we have just normal lamps there on the rear, no LEDs on the rear, and we have the battery cover here and also 4 airbags on the back axle. So it should be really nice and comfortable on our drive. We'll see how that is when we get hooked underneath that trailer. So yeah, just having a look at the driver's side. That fuel tank, as I said, and also the Euro 6 regulations for our big filter there. That is quite big, takes up a lot of space on the driver's side. So yeah, let's just, I'm just going to show you the key. So I'll take that out of my pocket. So we have simply unlock and lock, and we can also test the headlamps. So we'll just unlock the truck here and we can fold out our key. So if I keep this button pressed, we can do a complete light test. So you'll see the daytime running lamps are LED, and then all the rest of the lamps are just normal halogen lamps. So you'll hear the buzzer on the rear. It will sound that buzzer, just to let you know that your rear reversing buzzer is working also. So that is very handy. So let's just open it up, and I like the door handle as well. Nice silver trim on that. And we have 3 steps leading up into the cab. We do have a hump there, which isn't the best, but this truck is, it's quite old. It's an old design, you know, so they have updated it hugely over the years and a lot of safety features in this truck, which we will be going through shortly. But we have a full adjustable driver's seat here, and also heated, and it's worked on air, so, and lumbar support. And we also have this remote control for your back axle. So let's just put that back in there. And open up our lockers. So we have one on the driver's side and also one on the passenger side. So they are okay for space, but the access is a bit hindered with this plastic piece. So yeah, access not the best if you want to get stuff up on top. But yeah, it's okay. And okay, we'll just look at the door card here, storage on that, and nice fabric here on this updated truck. Okay, now 3 steps leading up into the cab. Let's just climb up here. Now, one area which I will show you as well, where this cab design is quite dated. Now, you'll see the top step here. A lot of other trucks would have a cutout area here attached to the door, so when you are hopping out, your foot, it's easier to grab the top step. But you'll see now when I'm hopping out, I have to angle my foot right in. So it's not the best piece of design, just to having it all straight. There should be a little cutout area all around here to make grabbing that top step easier. So yeah, just an area where you can see that this cab design is really showing its age. And also the windscreen. Now, as I said, it is narrow, so it wouldn't have the best visibility out of it, especially looking downwards from the driver's angle, from his view. So yeah, the mirror design isn't too bad. I love that wide angle mirror there to see right down on the ground. So that is very nicely done. Great angle on that. So we do have a good space in between. Let me just close the door. So you won't hear those sirens. Now we do have good area there in between the mirrors, so at least you can see in between that gap. And we have all this wood look area on the dashboard, just all around the cab, just to brighten the looks up a bit, and also on the door and on the rear of the wall here on the inside of the cab. So let me just lift up the bottom bunk. It's so easy to do. Look, literally 2 fingers on these little struts. So that is fantastic, and we can get access to our outside lockers from underneath the bunk, and storage here. This can slide out from underneath the bunk, and we also have the fridge here. So good storage in your fridge and also in there. So, and yeah, we have this storage on that side, and we can store a big bottle here, which is great because when you're lying on your bed, you can have your drink of water and more storage, and also on that side. So yeah, that is very nicely done. And we have our night heater there with a reading lamp. And this, I really like this on the top bunk, look. Just one handle, right? I can do this with one hand, look. And fall down your top bunk. And look, just grab the handle again. One hand, and that is up. So that is really, really good. Let's just move around here and give you a look at the dashboard design. Now, as I said, it is showing its age. It is really, really dated looking. I mean, I drove one of these DAFs back in 2003 to 2008, and it had the same design. So yeah, it's really, really old, this design. And of course, going on for a lot older than 2003 when I drove the DAF. So yeah, nice fold out table there. And we have fold out cups there with little adapters. So that is nicely done. I like that. That wasn't on the one I drove in 2003. And we have this little card area here. So 3 of them, just very handy for storing your cards. And we have just all your lighting switches and night heater and locking and unlocking your doors. And we have a 24 volt socket there, 12 volt on this side. All your fuses are accessed in there. And your passenger side also has a armrest, as does the driver. So we have all these locker areas. I have them all opened here just to give you a look. And also there, more storage. And of course your tachograph. And I'm just going to open up the sunroof. Let me close that and give you a look at the sunroof. So that is easily done. One switch and press it again to close it. Yeah, and we also have this fly net. So there is a fly net built into that. So you can open up your sunroof at night and close that over and still get air at night. So that is great. Yeah, so I think it's time to hop into the driver's seat and give you guys a look. So I just want to go down through some of the various functions on the DAF XF and the safety features that came standard on this particular model. So we have advanced emergency braking system, we have adaptive cruise control, and also our lane departure warning. So these all came standard on this particular model, and also our level control for our back axle. That is the regenerating of our diesel particulate filter, differential lock, anti-slip regulation switch, hill start aid, vehicle data recorder recording all the performance of the truck. That's just an aftermarket piece the driver put in. Air conditioning controls, they are set a bit low. It would be good if they were higher up. This is your gear selector. So we have drive, we have maneuver mode. So that will put it into first gear and lower the revs for a slow maneuver. Then we have reverse and reverse maneuver for slowly in reverse. That's your hazard warning switch. Aftermarket phone put in, as is this screen. This is aftermarket. So this is all your different camera angles on this screen. So we have forward view, we have driver's side to the rear and passenger side to the rear. And the option there to put a fourth camera there in the screen if you wish. So nice Pioneer unit there. Your handbrake, and this is the selector there for going through your 5-inch TFT screen on the dashboard. And there we have our power takeoff switch. So let's just move over to the dashboard and give you a look at what we have. So we have the speedometer there, we have a fuel gauge and our AdBlue gauge beside it, and our rev counter and engine temperature. I'm just going to go down through the selector and give you a look at some of the options we have on the screen. So if I press the selector and go down through different driving functions there, go back and different settings, and we can also do our different checks here. Alarm clock, speed control, and card settings. So you can show up to 32 different languages on this screen. So yeah, it's a great thing to have. And it's not giving us actual oil data, it's just giving us our last check, because I started up the engine, so it won't give you an up-to-date reading until you let the truck settle for about a half an hour, I think it is. But anyway, that is your screen there, the 5-inch TFT screen. Now if I move on to the steering wheel, we have our cruise control functions here and also engine speed control. So when I start up the engine, I'll show you that. We have our speed limiter control and our downhill speed control. So you can set the limit there that you want to drive, and also our downhill speed control. So great functions to have, and your phone functions on the other side. And we have electric window switches and mirrors and one touch up and down, which I really like. So yeah, so the mirrors are not too bad. It would be nice if they were a small bit wider, and the wide angle mirror there, not too bad. Yeah, so that I'm going to start it up because I just want to show you how quiet the engine is on this DAF. So it is very quiet. It's probably one of the quietest tractor units I've heard in a very, very long time in the Packard engine. So yeah, what I'm actually going to do today, guys, is tilt the cab and give you a look at the engine. Okay, I have my jacking bar. You'll see there is a notch there at the end of it. We stick it in here and we turn it clockwise and then swing the bar and stick it in here and then get jacking. It's as simple as that. So let's speed this up and give you a look at the engine. So the cab is now jacked up. I don't have it up fully, just enough for you to see the engine. So we have a Packard engine, of course Packard own DAF. We have a straight 6-cylinder diesel engine, 12.9 litre, with the ZF 12-speed automatic gearbox with eco roll and fast shift. So yeah, that's how the Packard engine looks. Very quiet engine on startup. So the engine is very quiet, as you can hear. And we can do our engine speed control, so I don't have to use any pedal there. I just press my engine speed control and you can have the revs up there if you wish, and then just turn it off. Yeah, very handy to have. Okay, it's time to get hooked underneath that trailer and go for a drive. Okay, let's test out this gearbox. The ZF AS Tronic 12-speed automatic gearbox. So they say it has fast shift, but it's not really shifting that fast to me. Yeah, it could change faster, definitely. So it's around the same speed as, say, a Renault Premium or a previous generation Scania. That sort of speed is how fast the gearbox changes. So yeah, a bit of improvement there could be needed, but you can immediately feel the comfort on the back axle. That is very, very nice. And it is quiet. Even that tick over, I was just telling you earlier, that it's just a quiet truck. Just be careful of this cyclist here now at the roundabout. And yeah, he's okay. Yeah, so let's just try it out for power here now. Yeah, 2,300 Newton meters of torque from the straight 6-cylinder diesel engine. Quite smooth, not so bad. But yeah, as I said, I did drive one of these DAF XFs from 2003 to 2008, and I clocked up 613,000 kilometers in those 5 years, just over 5 years. Yeah, it was quite a good truck. It did have its issues, as all trucks do, but that was the Super Space cab I drove. This is just the Space cab, so you can get a bigger cab than this, the Super Space. But there's decent enough space in this cab for what it offers. You still have your double bunk and decent storage above the windscreen. So yeah, let's just press it on here now a bit. Now the trailer does have around 10 ton on it, so it's not very heavy, but yeah, it's coping quite well. Not so bad. So yeah, we'll get it up to 80 kilometers here and see how it is for noise levels inside the cab. Now you can also get a feature called silent mode, which is a switch on the dashboard. It's an option where it lowers the revs if you're doing, say, town deliveries, and it also turns off the reversing buzzer. Just at the touch of one switch, you can make the truck even quieter for doing all those city deliveries in your silent mode, but it's not featured on this truck. It's just an option. So yeah, we have it up to, let's just get it up to 80 kilometers there, and we will set our cruise control. We can even set our limiter to limit it at 80 kilometers, and let's get it up another bit there. Yeah, so you can see there we're revving in at around 1100 RPM, just around that, 11 maybe 1200 RPM. So not too bad. It should give us good fuel consumption, this engine. So yeah, it's a comfortable seat. The visibility out on my driver's side is very good. Plenty of space in between the mirrors. Now the windscreen, as I said, is small. It could do with more visibility down low. And on the passenger side, yeah, decent visibility out between the mirrors. And so we're doing 80 kilometers now, and even at 80 kilometers there is a bit of wind noise around here, yeah, and it's not a windy day. So yeah, and strangely enough there is a bit of wind noise down around the lower part of the door here, around the area here, the lower part of the window, so that's a bit strange. Yeah, no, you heard the buzzer there. That is the lane departure warning. So it won't steer you back into the lane. It's only just a warning to let you know. Let's go over the line again. There you go. So yeah, we can turn that off if we want. Stop it annoying us. And yeah, so as I said, it won't steer you back in. It's only just a warning. But we do have our adaptive cruise control, which is also excellent, and our advanced emergency braking system and vehicle stability control. So yeah, it's cruising away quite nicely here. We will use our exhaust brake to slow down when we come off the motorway, and we'll go back up the hill just to test it out on the hill, see how it performs. So yeah, it's the comfort. Yeah, it is very comfortable. I will give it that much. A lot more comfortable than, say, a previous generation Scania with 2 airbags on the back axle. This has 4 airbags, and it's immediately noticeable here driving it. Even on this motorway you can notice it. But yeah, we'll pull off the motorway here now and we will go back up the hill. Okay, let's swing around the roundabout here. And there is this steering knob on the steering wheel. I can use that if I want. Swing it around. And yeah, so what do you guys think of the DAF? Now, of course, the purchase price of this is in or around 94,000, maybe 95,000 euro, and so it would be cheaper than, say, an equivalent 450 Scania R series. It would be cheaper than that, and be cheaper than a Volvo. So yeah, we're heading up the hill now. We're still in auto mode. We can flick our little column stock here, and we can go into manual if we wish. So I'm going to flick that to manual, keep it in 9th gear, and let's see how it performs. So yeah, it's pulling away nicely, 1500 RPM. I'm going to flick it up into 10th. Yeah, pulling nicely there. And we'll just flick it up into 11th, see will it still pull. Yeah, it's pulling away nicely there. So yeah, not so bad pulling up that hill for 10 ton. Okay, let's get it back up to 80 kilometers. Yeah, so it's great to have that adaptive cruise control, just keeping you at a safe distance to the car ahead, and it just makes for a more comfortable truck. Okay, let's just come off the motorway and we will slow down with our exhaust brake. So we have a 3-stage exhaust brake here, which will slow you down at a gradual pace, and we can go down through our gears manually straight away just by clicking the column stock there. So yeah, I would be happy enough with this truck, as I said. Yeah, so just taking a few bends here. The cab control is very nicely done. So the cab pitch is spot on practically. Very well controlled. So not too much rock, which I like. Yeah, so we're gonna make our way back to base. And let us not forget that this XF and the CF, which is the smaller truck, have been awarded International Truck of the Year for 2018 by an independent jury of road transport industry journalists from 23 different countries. So yeah, that is quite an honor for a DAF to be awarded that. Okay, there we are back from the drive in the DAF. I realised I never pressed the air horn for you all to hear. Listen. Okay. Yeah, so not too bad a drive in the XF. To have all those safety features as standard as well is very good. I do like that. The wind noise issue all around the door, the top of the door here, that definitely needs improving. I mean, it's pretty normal to have it on a normal truck up here, but there's just too much down around this area, so needs improving, as I said. But when you look at the overall shape of the cab, I mean, it's an old design. If you go back to 1987, when they introduced the 95 DAF, and then the XF, and then the XF 105, I mean, you know, it's had a long life, this overall cab design. Of course, it's undergone numerous improvements since then, but yeah, it's just a dated piece of design. But I'd still recommend it. Pretty good truck. If you take into account everything like the value of the truck, service costs, you know, you can't overlook it. Definitely not, the DAF XF. And decent enough power as well, 2,300 Newton meters of torque from the 460 horsepower engine, so decent enough power. Yeah, so overall, pretty good truck, the DAF XF. So guys, I do hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you all very much for watching. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and I'll talk to you all again next weekend for another video. So until then, take care and thanks for watching. Cheers!